So, my people, I'm back again with another story. This is a very hot gist. Firstly, this is sad, all right? It was around 3 a.m. when my informer ran into the hospital carrying a 7-year-old son in her arm. When she brought him, he was gasping for breath, lips turning blue. The nurse on duty, a very young guy, took the boy into the treatment room. 10 minutes later, the boy was dead. What happened? Mama informer cried, holding her son's cold body. The nurse stammered, he was already dead before you brought him. But the truth was darker. The nurse, Dio, was not a real trained nurse. He had never stepped foot into a nursing school. He only learned how to take blood pressure and insert IVs from watching YouTube and from quick lessons that the doctor in this hospital gave to him. That particular night where this case happened is the reason why we are hearing this story today. The doctor and hospital owner is well respected in the community. Let's call him Ajayi. I don't really know his real name, okay? So he's tall, light skinned, always wearing neat suits. He's well respected because he has done some good to save children here. He even treats some patients free. And there was a time he donated keke that will be carrying students to the junction free of charge. Once you're on uniform, he carries you free of charge by the same hospital. But unknown to the community, the name of the private officer is withheld. Looked clean on the outside, but inside it was a ticking time bomb. So he had a secret. To avoid paying high salaries, he trained random people, secondary school leavers, or even dropouts, or anyone who is interested. So he rather gather them in his hospital back room every weekend, teaching them how to write case notes, dress wounds, and give injections. No real medical guidelines, just shortcuts. So one of his students, Dio, which was one that attended to Mama Informer, is a younger brother of a big man who owns an hotel in GRA. He dropped out for sociology in a particular federal university in Nigeria, and he decided that he wanted to run a hospital, so he went to learn under this doctor. So these kinds of people, they pay a large sum and stay in the hospital for a period of time, wearing scrub, and after the agreed time, they graduate and attempt auxiliary nurses. But to his defense, he had one licensed nurse. Let's call her name Chinelo. She's Igbo, but her name is not actually Chinelo. She graduated from UNN and joined the hospital, planning to Jackpa after working for a couple of years. So she started noticing strange things. Nurses giving wrong doses, lab results that did not match symptoms, IV drips that are wrongly placed. One day she caught one of them giving insulin to a non-diabetic patient. The patient collapsed. And according to her, the people who call themselves nurses in the hospital cannot communicate well. They don't sound educated. They dress and talk shabbily. And that was when she started suspecting. That's according to this Chinelo girl. And when she confronted Dr. Ajayi, who is the CMD, that's the owner of the private hospital, he smiled and told her, Chinelo, be calm. They are learning. Everybody starts from somewhere. You understand? So she threatened to quit. He begged, promised to restructure, but nothing changed. So Chinelo also noticed that when the doctor had similarly educated patients, he would instruct that only her attend to such patients. So because of that, she spent a lot of time in the hospital, but he compensated her really well. So he paid her for the overtime she worked, because he knows that educated patients will quickly detect the unprofessionalism that all those other auxiliary nurses do. So one Sunday morning, a pregnant woman was brought in. Labor pains had started. The doctor wasn't around, and the only nurse in quotes on duty was Dio. So by the time Chinelo arrived, both the mother and the baby were unconscious. The woman survived, but the baby did not survive. So who was assisting her? The husband of the woman said. Dio did not answer. He ran to the back and started vomiting. Dr. Ajayi came hours later and told the family, we did our best. But Chinelo knew that was a lie. He did not do any best. Dio was the one who made mistake and actually harmed the baby. By the way, I don't really believe her. Chinelo is living in an error and she didn't speak out, okay? I think she should have just resigned and exposed him. But I believe she liked the money. That's why she stayed. So not only the nurses too, the pharmacist in that same hospital was not a pharmacist. He was trained by the doctor to memorize drug and doses. When unsure, the doctor told him to Google it. You understand? So how did we eventually expose this private hospital? So you remember Mama Informer that lost her 7-year-old boy? Yes, she was the one that recognized Dio. She is an admin staff in the department that Dio dropped out from. You see how life works. So when she saw Dio coming out to tell her about her child, she was shocked. So she now asked, are you a nurse now? Can you remember me from Uniben? When she said those words, Dio was shocked. So Dio quickly ran away. And that was how she started screaming. So just other auxiliary nurses that were present, they quickly tried to call Dr. Ajayi before things escalated. But it was too late. The police arrived, arrested everyone that was there, including Chinelo. The police arrived, I think, around 6 a.m., very early in the morning. So the hospital was sealed. Patients on admission were transferred to UBTH, while Dr. Ajayi till now is nowhere to be found. The Nursing and Midwifery Council has condemned the doctor's action, and they have a lawyer to defend Chinelo in court. But so far, she has not gotten bail. She and all the other staff were charged for murder of the 7-year-old boy. So as for Dio, no one has seen him till now. So that's the end of my story. But I need to ask, who is to blame? Is it Dio, who was looking for shortcuts, the nurse who did not speak out quickly, or the doctor who trains anyone who is interested to be a quack? So let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you very much. for coming today. See you in my next video. Bye for now.